Hey guys, in this video I'm going to talk about Fusion Strike's recent run up to $350 a booster box and why people are and will continue to buy it at this high price. I think that even if Fusion Strike doesn't fit your investing style, it's good to look at why the market is moving this way since it will affect other parts of the market that you are interested in. And also, I don't know exactly what the price Fusion Strike will be when you actually see this video. Right now I see the price is 375, and but the recent sales are the highest ones have been about 350 to 360. And 350 just sounds like a nicer number. But yeah, Fusion Strike has been crazy this year. Like literally a year ago it was at 140, which is MSRP. um and then there's this big run up around March for like 220, 240, and then pretty kind of stagnant, and then it had a very predictable kind of price thing. So this is what people mean by like, even if there's a pricing correction, this is a correction over here. It's still okay because you see over here like the previous price was like the previous was around like 160, 140, and went up to 240, which yeah, that was the high. Like that was a little high, but then price corrected to about 210, and that's when like people cool down, and then very recently, like even like just a month ago, it was still 240, so it stayed there for about um 8 months. Yeah, it's like Fusion Strike was very stagnant for about 8 months, and just very recently it's run out. So what kind of happened? Um, so let's see. So one of the things that's going on is that there's not a lot of good plays, especially in Scarlet and Violet right now. So a lot of Scarlet Violet booster boxes, they're capped by Pokemon Center pricing, unlike the Sword and Shield ones. As in, Pokemon Center raised the prices to $161, and so you see like a lot of them. I don't have them all pulled up, but like Twilight is pretty close to about 160. TCG player Paldea is about 150. Um, and the rest are around like 120 to 130 to 140. And you see what Paldeas and Twilight Masquerades specifically, like they're just this sort of like oscillating or bottoming out effects. Maybe I should actually just pull it up. Twilight Masquerade booster box. Uh, yeah, so yeah, it's at right about 160. Um, and then when you look at the graphs, like there was hype at it, but there were a lot of times when it would like be kind of steady for a while. And then once it finally hit around 150, 160, it's been kind of just like steady around that time for months because people are just not really willing to pay more than Pokemon Center pricing. And because Fire Masquerade, like it's one of the ones that's in print out like really, really recently. Um, so, and as far as like cheap booster boxes, like not too long ago, you get like booster boxes are cheap. Like there's Scarlet Violet base, like you get a bunch of $100 booster box. Scarlet Violet base, Stellar Crown, Paradox Rift. You get around $100. Paldea was kind of on and off, like 140, and then the restock happened pretty recent, like a month ago or so. You get for 120. Um, and then Obsidian you could also get for around like 120, or maybe Paldea was around 30. But now those plays are kind of gone, and like people are kind of like, oh, the price graphs aren't moving as much anymore, and so people are like, oh, there's not as much rush to put money into them. Prismatic is pretty expensive again. Surgic Sparks has recently um, kind of leveled off a little bit. You see right here, literally just like it's pretty flat now, about 215. It's not bad. It doesn't necessarily mean the price is going to drop, because if you look at the quantity sold, it's still high quantity. It's like at least it's like 50 booster boxes every couple of days. So it's still pretty in high demand. But it's just like leveling off. This is more than normal pattern now. It's been a slow kind of rise, and so it's just like a little less hype in Scarlet and Violet right now. Maybe not prismatic, but like yeah, everything's kind of leveling off. But it kind of means that people are kind of getting anxious with their money, and they want to put in somewhere else. And so I think more money is moving back towards Sword and Shield right now. Um, so Sword and Shield, or if you have like if you're one of those like what Rudy investments call smart investors, you're probably moving to one of the first four sets, which is Scarlet Violet Base, Obsidian, Paldea, or Paradox, because they're less likely to get reprints. People are a little more worried about these newer sets getting reprints. Um, but yeah, so people are looking at other ways to protect their money, and Sword and Shield are out of print, so people are trying to move there. And the kind of idea, like, why do people buy even though the prices are getting high, like there's some hype and FOMO, and the fact is the bull market. But the truth is that some products just have more room to grow because it's kind of like you could buy like, any product at any time, but some products are better to buy at certain times than others. Um, like because like there's just like more opportunities for a shield right now because you feel like Scarlet Violet you can pause there, and then there's usually some amount like of boxes or products that get a little undervalued over time. Like the more attention goes to one set or one setup or one sets of sets, and then less attention will go to other sets, and then there's a buying opportunity, and that's kind of what happened in Sword and Shield. And that's why people were parking more money in Fusion Strike all of a sudden. And then why Fusion Strike? Well, I think that there was a little bit of it had all that hype going about it because it was kind of around the start of the bull market where like even though the price stays stagnant, people just had that in their brain. Oh, Fusion Strike. I want to find the next Fusion Strike. Oh, Evolving Skies going up. Oh, the next like Chilling Reign. Like people have that thing in their mind of I want the next Evolving Skies or Fusion Strike or Chilling Reign or whatever, and they're looking for those. And when I compare, but like out of the two, Fusion Strike or Chilling Reign, like people just kind of realize that um, you just look at the sets themselves. Like the cards are great. Like they're beautiful. They're high value. Um, but Fusion Strike in particular, it's like if you look at it very closely, like it's just much different because it has a lot of really popular Pokemon. Like Espeon, Gengar, and Mew and Celebi are very popular Pokemon, and they're each like in the top. It's like there's like four Mew cards there, and then there's a Celebi, there's like two Gengars. Like it's just like very popular, and then there's like ones that are kind of less than like Genesect, Inteleon. I think Inteleon might. I don't really know about like, but compared to Chilling Reign, like I think that Calyrex isn't as well known. Um, but the legendary birds are pretty popular, although their arts are a little different. Rapidash, it looks nice, but it's not like the top Pokemon. Um, Zera, Aurora, and yeah, it's just like these aren't necessarily as top Pokemon. Even Blaziken isn't like the top starter in general. Like it's a pretty good starter, but like it's not necessarily people are like oh Blaziken, but you hear Gengar. Gengar is a much like I would choose Gengar over Blaziken any day. And so also psychic Pokemon have this thing about them. But yeah, that's kind of why Fusion Strike is more expensive. And one thing that this is kind of old news, but like it does play effects on it. But Sword and Shield products in general are have worse pull rates, and if you never opened them before, you wouldn't know it. But like Chilling Rain used to be called Chilling Pain. Evolving Skies used to be called Evolving Cries because the pull rates are so bad. And why do they support this? There's a little conspiracy in this, but like if you never heard about this before, it's basically um like there's this picture of like all these stolen Fusion Strike cards. So there's the Gengar, there's the Espeon, there's Muse, there's Inteleon, and some other cards. And then people suspect very highly that these affected the pull rates because when they open Fusion Strike, they would just notice they get like nothing out of it. And that's one of the reasons why like it dropped down to like $90 a box. Um, because like people didn't enjoy opening it. But like the irony of that is that it's like people like that in a way because it increases the value of the cards, and because like the pull rates are so hard, like that's part of the reason the boxes are valued so high. At some point, the boxes become collectibles in themselves, and so like people aren't buying these to like pull the cards necessarily. Like some people will, um, but like those are more for like kind of like just gambling, and people are like, oh, I really want to open the Gengar. They can't help themselves. But other people are like, hey, like I just like I know the box itself it's worth a lot, and like I actually went on like there's some data on this of like how much is the price per pack of these products, and so like I put 320 for, and I said like Fusion Direct Boost Box is 350. I just like the market price. TCG player takes a few days to upload, um, but as I look at the price per pack is quite high. Like if you want to just open Fusion Strike, like you could just buy a sleeve pack, a normal pack, build in battle box, battle stadium, and get it for around like you get like $5 a pack if you buy the pack itself or build battle stadium, or about $6 to $7 here. But like booster box that goes to 9, 10, like 11. That's a lot of money per pack, and like that we're starting to get to the point where like the box itself is becoming collectible. Everyone knows it's hard to get because like you can still get some Fusion Strike on Pokemon Center. If I type in like Sword and Shields, or if I just type in Fusion Strike, it should show up. But yeah, there's still some Fusion Strike. left. And I've actually looked at some of the numbers on that, and like there's still like at least 6,000 Fusion Strike combined of these. Last time I checked, so like there's still quite a bit of amount. But yeah, I don't really recommend opening Fusion Strike because, as I said before, the pull rates are terrible. But sometimes holding it could be good. But yeah, the reason why I buy the booster box though is because people think that the booster box will grow more than like build and battle stadiums. Because look at build and battle stadiums, the market price for build and battle in particular is like one of the most hated products. The market price is still the same as the Pokemon Center price, and like I guess it's because it's not so on Pokemon Center, but like that's like zero appreciation, versus like booster boxes have appreciated so much. Um, I'm just looking at my notes. Anything else? Um, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Like, yeah, we're not there's not a lot of good plays right now. Sword and Shield's getting more money into it because people get angsty and they want to put money into it, and then people follow the hype, and then more and more hype happens. But I think when Prismatic comes out, maybe things will shift. But right now we're in kind of a dead zone. We really have been. I feel a lot of you look at a lot of price graphs right now. Stuff has been just like topping out. And so people just are looking more and more for plays. Even singles, I've heard for singles, people are looking for more specialty plays. So all the obvious ones are gone. But anyway, that's it. Hope you guys have a good day. Thanks. Bye.